Have you ever made a heartfelt dua, wondering if it was truly heard, or if your prayers were being answered? In times of hope, uncertainty, or difficulty, we often seek reassurance that our supplications have reached Allah. But what if the signs that your dua is being accepted are already unfolding around you, only waiting to be noticed? Sometimes, the responses to our prayers aren't as immediate or direct as we may expect, but Allah's answers are always in motion, often through subtle signs that can be easily overlooked. How can we recognize when Allah is responding to our duas, and what does it mean when we feel the deep, spiritual connection of His presence in our lives? The truth is, the signs of an accepted dua are not always obvious or instantaneous. Instead, they are woven into the fabric of our everyday experiences, showing up in ways that nurture our hearts and strengthen our faith. These signs are reminders that Allah is with us, guiding us through challenges, opening doors, and offering us peace, even when we don't immediately see the outcome we anticipated. By learning to recognize these signs, we can deepen our relationship with Allah, trusting in His wisdom and timing. Let's explore how to identify these signs and what they can teach us about the power of dua and Allah's mercy. 1. You feel a deep connection while making dua. When making dua, if your heart feels overwhelmed with emotion, and you experience a profound sense of closeness to Allah, it's a powerful indication that your prayer is being heard. This connection is born from sincerity, humility, and complete reliance on Allah. It reflects your recognition of your dependence on the One who controls all matters. Such moments of vulnerability in prayer signify that your heart is fully engaged, and Allah, in His infinite mercy, loves when His servants call upon Him with humility and hope. The Quran beautifully captures this sentiment. Call upon your Lord humbly and in private. Indeed, He does not like transgressors. Surah Al-Araf 7:55. When you feel a lump in your throat, tears flow down your cheeks, or your voice trembles as you make dua, these are signs that your heart is deeply connected to Allah. This emotional state is not weakness. Rather, it is a profound strength, a sign of your awareness of Allah's greatness and your complete submission to Him. These moments of raw honesty in your supplication are special because they embody true sincerity, which is beloved to Allah. Furthermore, the overwhelming peace that envelops your heart during or after making dua is a reminder that Allah is near. He is not distant or unattentive. He is always listening and responding in ways that are best for you. As Allah promises in the Quran, "And when my servants ask you about me, indeed I am near. I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me." Surah Al-Baqarah 2186. This nearness of Allah is a source of comfort and hope for believers. It reassures us that even in our darkest moments, we are never alone. Making dua with such emotional intensity strengthens your bond with Allah and revitalizes your faith. It is a powerful reminder that, no matter how great your challenges may seem, you have access to the Creator of the heavens and the earth, who is always ready to listen and respond. 2. You notice a positive change in your life. Sometimes Allah answers your dua in ways you might not expect. Instead of granting exactly what you asked for, He may replace it with something even better, delay it for a perfect time, or remove unseen hardships that you weren't even aware of. This is a manifestation of His divine wisdom and wisdom. For instance, if you prayed for financial stability, Allah might not instantly increase your wealth, but instead protect you from unexpected financial losses, grant you contentment, or bring barakah, blessings, into your income so that it fulfills your needs in ways you couldn't imagine. Similarly, if you ask for good health, He might guide you to healthier habits, protect you from potential illnesses, or ease your path to recovery. These responses may not always align with what you envisioned, but they reflect Allah's understanding of what is truly best for you. In the Quran, Allah reminds us of His profound wisdom and the limits of our understanding. It may be that you dislike a thing, and it is good for you, and you like a thing, and it is bad for you. Allah knows while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 22:16. This verse beautifully illustrates that what we perceive as a delay, a rejection, or even a hardship might, in reality, be a blessing in disguise. Sometimes, unanswered prayers are Allah's way of steering us away from harm, or guiding us towards something far greater than we had hoped for. Take a moment to reflect on the small victories, hidden blessings, and unexpected turns in your life. Have you ever been in a situation where things didn't go according to your plans but later realized it was for the best? These moments could very well be Allah's way of answering your du'as in ways that your limited human understanding couldn't initially comprehend. This is why trust, patience, and gratitude are essential in our relationship with Allah. When you make du'a, trust that He hears you, sees your struggles, and knows the desires of your heart. Even if the answer isn't immediately visible, have faith that His plan is better, for He is Al-Hakim, the All-Wise, and Ar-Rahim, the Most Merciful. Let us strive to build our trust in Allah's wisdom, patiently await His decree, and continually express gratitude for the blessings He bestows upon us, both seen and unseen. Through this mindset, we can find peace in knowing that Allah's answers to our prayers are always for our ultimate benefit, even when they come in ways we didn't anticipate. 3. You develop patience and contentment. Dua doesn't always bring instant results, but this does not mean that it is being ignored. In fact, when Allah grants you the strength to remain patient and content with His decree, it's a sign that He is nurturing your heart and aligning it with His divine plan. Patience in the face of delayed answers is not a sign of failure. Rather, it is a hallmark of true faith. This type of patience is not passive resignation, but an active trust in Allah's perfect wisdom and timing. It shows a believer's willingness to surrender to Allah's will, confident that He knows what is best for them, even when it's beyond human comprehension. The Quran beautifully emphasizes this concept by encouraging believers to seek strength and support through patience and prayer. O you who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153. This verse reassures us that Allah is not only aware of our struggles, but is also actively present with those who exercise patience. When you wait with hope and faith, trusting in Allah's wisdom, you are not waiting in vain. Instead, you are cultivating a deeper relationship with Him, learning resilience, and demonstrating your unwavering belief in His plan. Even if the dua you made isn't answered immediately, the inner peace you feel as you place your trust in Allah's wisdom is a gift in itself. This peace is a reflection of a heart that is aligned with the divine decree, one that recognizes that Allah's timing is perfect. It is a reminder of the profound truth in the Quran. Perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you, and Allah knows while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:16. This teaches us that the delays or alternative outcomes in response to our du'as are not denials but manifestations of Allah's infinite mercy and knowledge. Moreover, patience in waiting for a du'a to be fulfilled serves as a purification process for the soul. It allows you to reflect on your intentions, draw closer to Allah, and grow spiritually. Every moment spent in patience is an opportunity to build your faith and to trust that Allah's plan is far greater than anything you could imagine for yourself. Whether the du'a is answered in this life, deferred to a better time, or saved for the hereafter, Allah's response is always rooted in wisdom, love, and mercy. This realization fills the believer's heart with hope and contentment, transforming the wait into an act of worship in itself. 4. You are inspired to perform more good deeds. After making du'a, if you find yourself inspired to engage more deeply in acts of worship such as performing your prayers with greater devotion, giving charity generously, or striving to improve your character, it is a beautiful sign that Allah is accepting your supplication. This spiritual renewal is not coincidental, rather, it is Allah's way of guiding you closer to Him, helping you purify your heart and strengthen your connection to your Creator. When Allah inspires a believer to do good deeds, it's a sign that He has heard their du'a and is actively blessing them by opening doors for spiritual growth and personal transformation. The Quran affirms this principle in the verse. Indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:11. This verse serves as a reminder that our internal state and efforts play a significant role in how Allah responds to our prayers. When you commit to becoming a better Muslim by increasing good deeds and repenting for past mistakes, You are aligning yourself with the conditions necessary for Allah's help and blessings. Your sincere efforts are proof that you are serious about seeking Allah's favor and mercy, and this, in turn, attracts His divine response. The inspiration to improve after making dua is itself a blessing from Allah, as it signifies that your heart is being drawn toward righteousness. This process often begins subtly. You may feel a stronger urge to wake up for Fajr, a desire to read more Quran, or an increased sense of responsibility to help those in need. These feelings are not just random. They are signs of Allah softening your heart and elevating your spiritual state. Moreover, engaging in good deeds as a result of your dua strengthens your faith and brings barakah, blessings, into your life. Acts like prayer, charity, and seeking knowledge serve as both a means of fulfilling your dua and as evidence that Allah is working through you to answer it. These actions also bring you closer to Allah, and as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said in a hadith, when Allah loves a servant, He calls Jibreel and says, "Indeed, I love this person, so love him." The more you increase your acts of worship and good deeds, the more Allah's love and mercy encompass you, showing that your dua is truly being accepted. 5. You face obstacles that lead to better outcomes. At times, Allah may answer your dua not by immediately granting what you ask for, but by placing obstacles in your path. These challenges can feel frustrating, overwhelming, or even discouraging in the moment. You may feel as though your prayers are going unanswered or that you are facing setbacks at every turn. However, it is important to remember that these difficulties may not be rejections, but rather a way of redirecting you towards something far better than what you initially prayed for. The obstacles and delays that you encounter may be a hidden mercy from Allah, designed to protect you or prepare you for a greater blessing. Allah's wisdom is far beyond our understanding. His knowledge encompasses everything, including what is best for us, what will bring us the most good in this world and the hereafter. We may think we know what is best for us, but often, our limited perspective is clouded by our desires, fears, and the circumstances around us. Allah, however, sees the bigger picture and knows exactly what we need, even when we do not. In such moments of hardship, we must trust that Allah's plan is infinitely better than our own, even if it doesn't match our expectations or desires. The Quran beautifully reminds us of this divine wisdom in Surah Al-Baqarah. But perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:16. This verse serves as a powerful reminder that what we perceive as a setback, a rejection, or a challenge may, in fact, be part of Allah's greater plan for us. Our hearts may resist or struggle with the idea that something we desire may not be granted, but it is important to realize that Allah is redirecting us toward what will ultimately be more beneficial for us. Sometimes what we want might not align with what we need, and Allah, in His infinite mercy and wisdom, knows the difference. For instance, you may pray for a specific job, a certain opportunity, or a particular situation to come into your life, only to face rejection or disappointment. The door you thought would open for you may remain closed. It's natural to feel disheartened in those moments, to question why your efforts and prayers haven't borne fruit. However, that closed door could be Allah's way of protecting you from something that may not be right for you, or it could be guiding you toward a better opportunity that you hadn't even considered. Such obstacles are not signs that your dua has been rejected. Rather, they are tests of your faith, patience, and trust in Allah's plan. These challenges are opportunities to grow stronger in your relationship with Allah, to deepen your reliance on Him, and to refine your understanding of His infinite wisdom. They serve as reminders that the timing of our desires is not in our hands, but in the hands of the One who knows what is best for us. Trusting in Allah's wisdom during times of difficulty and disappointment is a powerful sign of your dua being answered in the best possible way. It shows your understanding that Allah's plan is perfect, even when it differs from your own. Trusting in His timing and His knowledge means placing your full confidence in the fact that He knows what is best for you, even if it's not immediately clear to you. As you navigate the challenges and obstacles in your life, remember that these are opportunities to strengthen your faith and to embrace the knowledge that Allah is guiding you towards something greater. Sometimes the delay, rejection, or hardship you experience is simply a detour on the path to something far more beautiful and rewarding than what you initially asked for. Reflect on your own life and consider the times when you faced obstacles or unanswered prayers. Looking back, you might realize that those challenges led you to a place of greater peace, success, or fulfillment that you hadn't anticipated. Allah's answers come in many forms, and sometimes the greatest blessing is not in what is given, but in what is withheld. For it is Allah's wisdom that guides us, and His plan is always for our ultimate good. Therefore, when faced with obstacles, remain patient and steadfast. Trust that every difficulty has a purpose and that Allah is, in His mercy, guiding you toward the best outcome. Keep making dua, knowing that Allah is always listening and that His responses are filled with His perfect wisdom. 6. Your heart feels at peace after making dua. One of the clearest signs that your dua is being accepted is the profound sense of tranquility and reassurance that fills your heart after you have prayed. This peace is not a mere absence of worry. It is a deep, spiritual calm that emanates from the understanding that Allah has heard your supplication. It is a reminder that He is in control and that your concerns are not ignored or forgotten. The peace you feel is a sign that Allah, in His mercy, has already initiated the response to your dua, even if you may not immediately see it manifest. This tranquility is a gift that reinforces your connection with the Creator, and it serves as a clear indication that Allah is guiding your heart through His divine wisdom. In moments when we are anxious or uncertain, the comfort that accompanies this peace acts as a reassurance that Allah is with us, that He is the best of planners, and that everything that happens is part of His perfect decree. As Allah says in the Quran, "It is He who sent down tranquility into the hearts of the believers that they would increase in faith along with their faith." Surah Al-Fath 48:4. Such inner peace is transformative. It allows us to trust in Allah's timing and wisdom without feeling impatient or overwhelmed by the uncertainties of life. In those moments of stillness and contentment, we can find the strength to remain patient, knowing that Allah's decree is always for our benefit, even if we cannot fully understand it in the moment. This reassurance helps us to release our anxieties and trust that Allah, in His infinite mercy, is working behind the scenes to answer our supplications in the best possible way. Whether the response is immediate or delayed, the peace that fills our hearts is a clear sign that our du'as are being answered, and that Allah is always near. This peace also enables us to become more resilient in the face of difficulties. Instead of being overcome by stress or doubt, we are able to navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm, knowing that Allah is guiding us through each step. It's a sign that we are moving closer to Him, deepening our reliance on Him, and growing in faith with every trial and prayer. The tranquility that fills your heart after making dua is not just a fleeting emotion. It is a sign of Allah's mercy and a reflection of His ongoing work in your life, helping you grow closer to Him in every moment. 7. You see doors opening in unexpected ways. When opportunities, solutions, or blessings come your way in unexpected forms, it is often a clear sign that Allah is answering your dua in ways far beyond your imagination. These unexpected answers may appear at first to be completely unrelated to your original prayer, but they are in fact a manifestation of Allah's divine wisdom and mercy. Allah is Al-Karim, the generous, and Al-Hakim, the all-wise, and His answers to our prayers are always aligned with His perfect wisdom, even when they don't unfold the way we expect. Allah's mercy is vast and His ways of responding to our needs are limitless. His plan is always greater than anything we could conceive. As Allah says in the Quran, "And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect." Surah Talaq 65:2-3. This verse highlights the profound reality that when we place our trust in Allah and turn to Him in fear and reverence, He provides for us in ways we couldn't possibly predict. When you make dua for something, do not limit yourself to a single outcome. Allah's response may not always look like what you envisioned, but rest assured that His provision and solutions come in forms that are often more beneficial than we can imagine. For example, you may pray earnestly for relief from a financial burden, asking Allah to ease your difficulties and provide you with financial stability. Instead of receiving direct financial assistance, you may be presented with an opportunity for a better job or a new source of income. Or perhaps Allah will reduce an unexpected expense that you were about to face, alleviating your burden in a way you did not foresee. These blessings, though not in the form you expected, are clear signs of Allah's mercy and care manifesting in your life. They are divine interventions, showing that Allah is actively involved in guiding and providing for you, even in subtle and unexpected ways. Reflecting on these moments of unexpected blessings helps you recognize Allah's hand in everything and deepens your understanding of how Allah works in your life. It cultivates a sense of awe and gratitude, knowing that every turn, every opportunity, and every seemingly coincidental event may be a direct response to your dua. Allah's answers come in the form of hikmah, wisdom, that is beyond our comprehension, and sometimes what we perceive as a delay, a rejection, or an answer in a different form is, in fact, the best way for Allah to answer our prayers. As you reflect on the unexpected blessings in your life, take a moment to express your gratitude to Allah. The ability to recognize these signs of His mercy is itself a blessing, and it strengthens your relationship with Him. Recognizing Allah's involvement in the smallest details of your life reinforces your trust in Him and allows you to appreciate the countless ways in which He is answering your prayers, even when it isn't in the exact way you asked for. In times of uncertainty, keep your faith strong and trust that Allah is answering your dua. When things unfold in unexpected ways, be open to the idea that Allah's answers may be arriving in a form that you could not have anticipated, but that are in perfect alignment with your ultimate good. Trust that Allah's wisdom and mercy are always at work, guiding you toward the best possible outcome. Recognizing the signs that your dua is being accepted can be a transformative experience, one that deepens your trust in Allah's wisdom and strengthens your faith. These signs often appear in subtle ways through a sense of inner peace, a renewed commitment to worship, or unexpected blessings that guide you toward a better path. Understanding that Allah's responses may not always align with our immediate desires, but are always tailored for our ultimate benefit, helps us embrace His plan with patience and gratitude. Each sign, no matter how small, is a reminder that Allah is always near, guiding us and answering our prayers in ways that we may not fully understand at first. By learning to recognize these signs, we are reminded that Allah's mercy and wisdom are far greater than our limited perspective. The moments of peace, growth, and unexpected blessings that follow our duas are reflections of His divine care and guidance. As we continue to pray with sincerity and trust, we can move forward in life with a renewed sense of hope, knowing that Allah is always listening and responding in ways that lead us to what is best for us, both in this life and the hereafter.